Hey guys, it's MeAdmiralStarks back with another video, and today we're covering yet another dev blog from the website. And I guess we kind of should have seen this coming, just as the foxholes from the last dev blog that we covered, from the aerial bombs that are implemented in another game. Surprisingly, not actually surprisingly, as we know, Gaijin is the developer of, or the publisher, sorry, I think it's a publisher, for War Thunder and Enlisted, so they work hand in hand bringing across both of the games some of the nice features. As it stands now, obviously War Thunder is so much older game than Enlisted, and Enlisted has been getting some of the really cool features that War Thunder already has, which is great. The War Thunder has already proven to be a pretty good game, minus the grind factor and all some of the bullcrap. Sometimes it's there, but some of the great features, one of them being the vehicle armor analysis, which I'm going to read through this blog post obviously, and then we're actually going to jump on War Thunder and see how it works on War Thunder, and maybe have a little discussion on how it could potentially work in Enlisted. So basically what we're going to get is the armor layout. You'll be able to switch on the armor layout for the vehicles. Obviously Enlisted is getting more and more new tanks, vehicles on the ground, and to judge nicely where to shoot or where not to shoot the enemy, you'll just switch on the armor layout here, and you can just see which armor plate, what's the angle, what's the effective thickness, what's the actual thickness, where to shoot, where not to shoot, and all these things, which is definitely going to help some of the newer players, for sure. Some of the people that have played War Thunder before kind of knows this stuff already, and some people just has common sense. You know, some angles are just impossible to pen, where else the shell impacts and penetrations on Enlisted are not ideal. They're really kind of terrible. Sometimes you shoot a side-on vehicle where it definitely needs the pen, and the shell just goes through and kind of disappears, doesn't shrapnel, doesn't do anything. The HE filler, non-existent. I really hope they're going to redesign that bit of the tank combat with this patch, because having to see where to shoot and then shooting in a weak spot and nothing happens is going to be a bit of a bummer. And then the second part for this patch is going to be the X-ray view, which is really cool. You might not think, why do I need to know what's inside of the stomach of this bunny, but it's gonna be actually really useful. Things you'll be able to see through the X-ray view is gonna be the whole transmission, engine, fuel tanks, horizontal, vertical drive, let's say cannon breech barrel, machine guns, optics, and things like that, including the crew. Did I say fuel tanks? I probably did. And all the ammo racks. So this is actually really useful. For example, if you know left or right side of the Tiger's turret as a gunner, and you penetrate it, you know that he's gonna have to change his gunner, and it's gonna take a little while, and you probably have time to reload. Before the enemy is gonna be able to fire back. You know where to shoot to get this guy stationary, destroy the transmission, engine, shoot the fuel tank to set him on fire, or straight up just go for the ammo rack side on and, for example, pop its turret and just completely explode the Tigor. And yeah, and again, if you penetrate left or right down here, you know is it a machine gunner, or it's the driver, if you got this guy stationary or not. So this is going to be extremely useful. They keep on talking here about like the guys using the anti-tank rifles, strategically knowing where to shoot to take out the vital components of the tank, let's say set them on fire with fuel tanks, or killing, let's say, the gunner or the driver to get the tank stationary, and then just work your way around, maybe use an explosive pack. But it's going to be so much useful for other tankers, just to see where to shoot and where maybe not to shoot at a specific enemy. So here as an example, we got the Tiger E, and we're actually going to jump into War Thunder right now and show you how this feature actually works in an actual like a game implementation. I don't know if they're going to implement this system on Enlisted this way. Like, for me, this seems like an extremely advanced way of showing it. Like, you can see Tiger E here, and as I move the mouse all around the tank's layout, you can see all the armor plates. If I change the angle, like this is 102 millimeters thickness. At this angle, it's 109. If I go flat on, it's probably going to be less. Yeah, it's 102. If I go like an extreme angle, 217, and then this becomes extremely thin. So you want to find that middle kind of angle where this becomes thicker and this becomes thicker. Obviously, this highly sloped front bit of the plate here, it's only 62 millimeters, but at this angle, when you look at it, it becomes over like 230. So this is definitely going to bounce off if you shoot like this and then maybe bounce off this plate, but it's probably going to lose enough energy so it won't be able to penetrate this. Let's actually have a quick look. This armor layout has this cool feature called protection analysis, and you can literally select any country, any vehicle to use against your selected vehicle. So we're just going to select Jumbo with its best AP shell, which I think it's in the game as well, and we're just gonna, you can literally fire off a shell and see what happens. This is gonna, yeah, this is just gonna bounce and shatter. Let's say we are extremely close, which we're gonna be extremely close on Enlisted. This can actually pen the plate up here, but if it bounces off this lower portion here, it just shatters because it loses so much energy here that it shatters there. It doesn't have the power to penetrate anymore. And if we just go straight up here, it should kind of go through. Yeah, the shrapnel kills 2 crew members. I guess where you point it at, you know. If you shoot it more towards the side, you can actually get some of the ammo racks, I think, on the side. Yes, there we go. You hit the ammo rack, the tank goes kaboom. This is not going to be the best example to show how transmission shots works here, because like we cannot penetrate this at literally any distance. You can be straight up with a Tiger in your Jumbo, and it's just not going to go through. Yeah, and you can obviously see your engine shots. You can get this guy stationary, go straight through. I need to fix it, fuel tank, set a fire, and things like that. So this is, yeah, where you can go to the X-ray view and see all the vital components. Obviously, you can see this is copy-paste, literally what we're going to get from War Thunder to Enlisted. If you go to the Jumbo here, you can see, obviously, again, all the components. If we go to armor layout, you'll be like, damn, Jumbo's so strong. Why is this only 38 millimeters? Well, because there's another plate right underneath here, 63. Effective thickness, almost 200 millimeters, plus this, 52. So you're looking at about 250 millimeter plate, front plate. You don't want to over angle the Jumbo because this side is only 76 millimeters. You expose that too much, this becomes extremely thin. But I'm gonna give you a good example on protection analysis, how the components within the tank can absorb shrapneling, and you'll be like, oh, I penetrated, why is this guy still shooting at me? Let's select Tiger E, and let's select its, I think that's the best round it has, apart from APCR, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna go with this APHE shell, 500 meters away. Look at the Jumbo, straight up, more or less. We should be able to pen the transmission somewhere. Yeah, if we pen it here, for example, you can see how the transmission eats all of the shrapneling and nothing gets to the crew. So you need to bear in mind that this is a factor of the shrapneling. You think, oh, I can pen it here. I can't pen it here, so I won't shoot here. I'll just shoot down here and it's gonna go through, but the shrapneling is just gonna stay there. Obviously, if you can aim for this little guy, then I suppose it should work. If it's gonna work, wow, that was a big one. If it's gonna work on Enlisted, that's a good question, yeah. But obviously the side, you know, the ammo, for example, is stored down here on the Jumbo. If you shoot side on, I think that's where the ammo is, yeah. And this guy's done. Here goes kaboom. If you want to get it stationary, shoot down here. It's going to be stationary. The crew's going to have to jump out to fix it if he wants to keep going. I don't think we're going to be able to go through the turret. At least 500 meters away, maybe like 200. Is there any machine gun ports we can go through? There's a kind of a weak spot somewhere here. Yeah, but it's probably non-existent. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, it did nothing. Yeah, I was going to say it's probably not going to do anything. Barrel. This should probably just take out the barrel. Yeah, it takes out the barrel and that's about it. So yeah, this feature is going to be extremely helpful for obviously all the new players. I think it's a great addition to the game, just to see how the armor works, how things bounces, like at this angle. Oh my god, it's like impossible pen. Just gonna disappear. Yeah, if you get him side on, you can probably get like a one shot. Oh wow, that didn't actually go through. This is definitely gonna kill it for sure. Whole turret is dead. These guys are dead. So yeah, great feature for the guys that are newer to the game. Obviously, some of the people that have come actually from the War Thunder experience to Enlisted are very familiar with this already. But yeah, let me know which bit of this next patch coming out is going to be your favorite so far. This is pretty cool. I think it's going to be extremely useful, as long as they fix how the shells go through armor and the shrapneling within the tank, so we don't get these weird kind of ghost shells that just disappear. then this is going to be extremely useful patch and update for the game. Obviously all the other devlogs that we covered, like the parachutes and things like that, is insanely cool to see that is coming to the game. Make sure you let me know which things you're the most excited about, and thank you so much for spending your time with me again. And we are marching on to reach 3,000 subscribers as my Christmas present. That's going to be absolutely insane. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave you. It's been me, MeAdmiralStarks, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.